Hello and welcome to this edition of CGTN Observes. I'm Tian Wei. In a country of 1.4 billion people, how do you know what's exactly going on? Are the solutions in mind going to work or not? The 2 weeks every year in early spring in Beijing are the best barometer to answer all these questions. As both the annual NPC and the CPPCC meetings come to a conclusion, one must answer all these questions. A consensus has been reached. There are tall orders for the country, but these can become opportunities. What are these challenges? Well, the economy slows down, but is China on the path of quality growth? China-US trade negotiations still going on. How will China handle the outcome if it's successful? How about the three battles being fought so far against the environmental degradation, financial risks, and poverty? Will the country be able to do its own thing well at a time of great uncertainties? China now is ready to answer all those questions with actions. Second, incentives. The thundering applause in the Great Hall of the People throughout this year's two sessions came when the Chinese Premier said loud and clear that there will be a big cut in taxes and fees in construction, manufacturing, and other sectors. Meanwhile, the biggest topic for discussion this year is about the foreign investment law. For the very first time in 40 years, this key legislation has been updated. The new law seeks to create a more sound business environment and bring China much closer to the best practices worldwide. The two policy shifts mentioned earlier, both for the Chinese businesses and for international ventures, are not only significant in their own ways, but they also show the Chinese government can and will deliver on its promises. This brings us to the third point, implementation. That is the hardest part, to translate dreams into reality. But without that, nothing will come true and faith could fade away. Just a few examples. The new foreign investment law, though framed with principles, needs a new set of concrete regulations to go with it. Another example is the reduction of fees and taxes. Will it really benefit the business opportunity and spur more vitality? There's also the goal of job creation in the government report. 10 million jobs all over the country this year. At a time of huge technological transformation, there's an extra layer of challenges to translate these 10 million jobs into reality. But China is an amazing country, as you may know. It has the luxury of drawing inspirations from history. It does have the hardest working people in the world. It could even make miracles come true as long as the country is working toward the right direction. That is far from abstract, as the reform and opening up of the past 4 decades have already proven. All that's needed now is not the pressure to perform, but the determination and the wisdom to get them done. As the two sessions this year come to a close, we understand the Chinese will benefit from policies such as tax cuts, equal opportunities, more social welfare, and job creation. We also know that the new Chinese policies are aimed at bringing benefits to those who see China as an equal partner for global growth through a more attractive and sound business environment, better constructive ways to build partnerships, and more open communications, and a strong incentive to build trust. Let's hope it is only the beginning of beautiful things to come. I'm Tian Wei in Beijing.